Sorry, guys. I always say that. Sorry. We are going to learn today some cool ass skills. Today, I'm going to show you or try to explain to you the 5 things that I do to try to help you, or help me, anyways. Um, when it comes to gameplay, game fights, getting into battles, and trying to stay until the end of the game, because we all know that the end of the game is where you get the better points. The end of the game is where you get more stars, and so on and so on and so on, and rank up higher. Um, the number one thing is that I've learned, and this is over time from playing and watching Toby One Shinobi's channel. You want to kind of land in the same spots that you've been landing, that you know, because you'll have the advantage over somebody that does not know the space as good as you. And then the other thing is you also want to make sure you have weapons. And weapons are a must when you land. I always try to get my loadout as quick as I can when I land. Just because that's going to make or break the game right at the very beginning. But landing in the same spot constantly is like one of the best things to do. Just because you'll have the, like I said, you'll have the upper advantage of everybody else. You'll be able to control the fight a little bit easier, because you'll know exactly where to hide. You'll know exactly where. There you go. And you want to constantly move in gunfights, because if you don't, you're going to end up dying, which is not good. And when you're playing solos, oh, I didn't grab the key card. I thought I did. I thought I grabbed that key card. So I'm going to open that. And I know there's gunfights to the left. You got to keep an eye on everything too, because if you don't, you'll end up destroying yourself. Watch gunfights. And do not be afraid to push when you can. I'm not saying push every gunfight, but I'm saying push when you can, because pushing a fight can be in your advantage, especially if you know that they're fighting. You want to make sure that you try to stay on top of stuff. Know your surroundings, watch high, watch low. Your gun loadout is optimal too. I actually went in, I play on the Xbox, I play console. I don't play I don't play PC just because my PC is not strong enough to handle it and strong enough to record at the same time. So, but I've always used Xbox. I like Xbox. It's not a bad thing. Whether you're on PC, Xbox, any whatever kind of console you're on, this can help you in all of those situations. The main thing you want to do though is anytime you get in any situations, you always want to make sure you have an out. Always look around, always constantly make sure that you're scanning the areas for any other players. Make sure you have things to hide behind, like trees, bushes, anything along those lines. You want to make sure that you're just always checking. And even in bushes, I kind of tend to not stay stagnant and sit in one spot, because it doesn't help anybody. It's definitely not helping you as a player, because if somebody drives through that bush and you're just sitting there stagnant, you're going to get hit. I like to have that little advantage of trying to move out of the way as fast as I can, just because moving does help, and you just get used to it when you're on top. Even up here, like, I know that I can just stand still and just look, but if I stand still and look, what's going to end up happening is somebody can snipe me from a distance. And I don't want to get sniped. Not this early in the game anyways. I'm just kind of running around. I have a pretty decent loadout. I know I should probably have a consumable or a health pack or something in my last 2 slots. Something in my last 2 slots. What I want to do is swap these around, but unfortunately right now I can't, so let's see here. I always forget what button it is too, because there is a button. Ooh. I saw gunfire back here, so I'm going to go back this way and try to push this fight. There we go. See, it wasn't too bad. Okay. A little better, although I should use where are these guys at? They usually start coming up by now. They're going to be coming up soon. I need a ranged weapon is what I need. I don't have a ranged weapon, which kind of sucks. Yeah, this one's not going to allow me to. There we go. That's a little better. Not much, but a little. Is it going to open in time? Probably not. There's somebody. Yep. Where is this guy at? Well, I didn't want to use all of those, but I was deep in that storm. Oops. Guess I really didn't need to use that. So, I mean, $32 left. I have 0 kills. I don't know if that guy made it or not. Dang it. Using the zip line. Yeah, I expected to win that one. She already ghosted back. All right, so back to the tips. I kind of played that one pretty good. I knew that guy was going to try to run me over with the car just by watching him do what he did with the other guy, which is absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to playing against other characters, like other people, I know there's going to be somebody else coming up here. Let's see here, see what I can get. Squiggle back and forth here. There we go. I knew there was somebody coming in. Alright guys, so we won that fight, got 2 medallions, now I'm a target. Everybody's gonna come looking for me, so I kinda need to get some health, which I probably should have done. Which I probably should have done. But I did not do. Where are they fighting over here? Oh, they're there. Where'd you go? Oh, I'm a big old target, ain't I? Get that guy out of here. know where that other guy went. I couldn't see him. I made myself a target at that last game just because I picked up those medallions. If you're not good, like a good player with medallions and stuff, don't pick them up, because all it's going to do is make you a huge target if you're not that good of a player, and everybody's going to be coming for you. So just keep that in mind. I tend to the next tip I would probably give is I tend to personally rush fights. Like, I go after, when I see gunfire, I go towards it, because you're never going to get any better and better aim and better movement and implement, like, you know, ducking covers and hides and trying to maneuver your way around different things. You're not going to get better at any of that unless you physically get into the fights. Force yourself to get into those fights. Don't run from them, because the more you run from them, the less chances you're going to have to win when you actually are in a fight. And it's going to suck for you. It's royally going to suck when you get into a fight. And there's not too much you're going to be able to do, because at the end of the day, at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, you're not going to be able to win fights because you're just not seasoned. You're not good enough to even get into the fight to begin with. You know, and actually win those fights. I mean, the best advice that I can give you is pick up a handgun and see how good you can do with a handgun. Because a handgun is going to let you know how good you actually are. Where you going? Did you die already? Yeah, you died already. See, my helper already died. And if you notice, I don't even have shields right now. I'm just trying to play the game the best of my ability. But with that being said, I'd rather have a gun there. That does not have a scope on it. So he's got a shotgun, and I know that I can win that fight just because he's rocking a shotgun and I'm not. There is a fight going on over here. Duck and cover. See if you can see anybody. And I'm going to be the first to tell you right now, I don't win all... I'm not, like, winning all my matches. But I can tell you that I will try my hardest to win. And I know there's somebody over here, because I saw them shooting over here. I just don't know where they went. And these guys are... See, and I hear the footsteps. I heard those footsteps coming up, so I knew that that person was coming. Which is fine. I mean, I don't mind that they're coming. And I know there's a guy over here somewhere. That I'm kind of looking for. There we go, there's a guy right there. Can he? So that guy had a scoped weapon. He was probably too far zoomed in to even see me. I'm gonna go over here and get this guy. There he is. He took off running. Alright, time to get over to where I need to be. So, winning fights is just kind of slowing yourself. How I do it is I slow myself down when I see a fight about to start or I'm going to engage. I try to just slow myself down to a slower pace and not get like overwhelmed with what's going on. And I'm looking for things to hide behind. Like the guy that I was fighting just there, the last guy, he was actually doing really good. He was hiding behind a rock. But the problem is I have 2 gold weapons. And I know that if I just keep moving back and forth, left and right, it's gonna be harder for him to hit me. So I remove the rock. he probably got a little frazzled or a little like, uh-oh, what am I gonna do? Like, I can't, I'm stuck. What am I gonna do now? And I ended up winning. And yeah, I'm right back to where I was. See, that guy was looking for me and I ran behind that rock. Couldn't find me. Case in point, you need to have your weapons loaded. My weapons weren't loaded. I almost lost that fight because of my stupidity. But I know, like, so I'm not the best player. I'm not the best player, but swap out for that gun. Oh, I want that gun back. Ooh, that is a nice gun, but I want this gun back. Yeah, I'm not the best player, but I try to make it into at least the top 5. At least the top 5. And I'll have a really good tip for you here at the end. When I die again, I'll give you guys one of the best tips that I could possibly give you. So I know a bunch of people are going to be going to that. See anybody around here? Oh, it put me in a rift. That was weird. It just put me in a rift. Dang, multiple players are going up. Oh, damn it. I lost. Okay, so my best advice for anybody is always, 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 always push fights. Always push them no matter what. Even when you don't think you're going to win, you might amaze yourself and win the fight. If you just keep the fundamentals in the back of your head. Always look for cover. Always make sure that your guns are loaded and ready, and make sure that if you feel that you're not going to win that fight, have an out. Like there, I should have left, but I didn't. I wanted to keep playing. So your loadouts, your landing is your number one thing first. Try to get down as fast as you can and get a weapon. And go to the same places, and just repetitively go to the same places so you know that place. You know where all the chest, or you know where everything is. Just keep going there repetitively. Keep going and going and going and going, and you'll get to know where everything is. Once you know where everything is, get your loadout set up. Once you get your loadout set up, the next thing is start searching the map. When you hear gunfire, go to that gunfire, because chances are they've traded gunfire, and that person's going to be weak. And if that person's weak, then you are able to win that fight a lot easier. When you win that fight a lot easier, it's going to be better on your end. So you can just keep advancing more and more and more and more. But when you're in those fights, always have a way to get out, and always find the best way to keep cover. So going to those bot things like epics, you know, you can go in and play like bots and stuff like that. That's good if you want to see how bullet drop and stuff is. That's awesome. But I wouldn't recommend doing that. I would recommend just going into games. Not ranked games, just regular games. Once you're in regular games, at that point, you'll be able to see what movement is really like. Because, yeah, you will be fighting some bots in just regular games, but you're also going to be fighting other players, and other players don't move like bots move. They're unpredictable. Bots are predictable. So, going into those matches, or going into those rooms where there's bots and you're just training or practicing firing, all you're doing is practicing against something that's predictive. Like, it's going to be the same over and over and over again. Where like this person right here that we're watching right now, if you go and you watch, we're going to spectate this person. If we watch this person, this is a real person. A bot wouldn't do that. A bot wouldn't try to flank a person. A bot wouldn't try to run around and hide. A bot wouldn't. That's not how bots work. They're going to run. They're going to move. And now they're just chilling and waiting for that person to come. And that person probably decided to run because he didn't think they can win the fight, or they don't have enough ammo, or their health isn't high enough. See, this person here is playing it smart. But and the last most important thing of all, and I can't stress this enough, is have fun. It's just a game. And the only way you're going to get better is by playing. So keep playing and enjoy yourself. And if you come across me in a lobby, hey, best luck to you, bud. Or whoever it may be. But this guy is pretty good. He's got all gold weapons. So in a gunfight, this guy is probably going to win the majority of them. There's only 4 players left. I want to see how this ends. I want to see if this guy does win. To see if he was as good as me, or if I just whiffed it on the last one, because I was pretty close to getting him. I was pretty close. That guy's gone in that car. He took off. He ain't gonna catch him. He's gone. That guy probably knew he could win that fight, so he jumped in a truck and left. That's the other thing too, is hey man, if you can get into a vehicle in a gunfight, get into a vehicle. If you don't think you're gonna win, get into that vehicle, because that vehicle is just extra shields for you. That helps out immensely. So this guy knows where the last circle is going to be, which he's playing. This person's playing extremely smart. Hiding when they need to hide, moving when they need to move. I hear footsteps up in that building. There's somebody up in the building, or on top of it at least. Sounds like their AI is getting tagged. Oh, there they go, right there. Whoa! Oh man, did not play that smart enough. The aim was way off. Man, that was bad. I don't know how I lost against that guy. If his aim was like that, it must have been his AI killing me. Alright, let's see. 3 players left. This guy's in circle. It's got to come to him. Everything's moving. But he also has a gold medallion, which that means he's a target. And people know exactly where he's going to be. Here comes a car. They might think he's down inside the bunker. Yeah, they're probably going to think that he's... Oh, that guy's got a helper with him. They might think this dude's down inside the bunker, which is a good play. Because if this guy thinks... Oh! Nope. Now, this guy doesn't have that much health. And all you gotta do is get rid of this stupid tree. Okay, let's see what happens here. He's got cover. He's good. Good cover. Reloading his weapons. If that other guy was smart, he would actually rush. But I don't think he has to because... He doesn't have to because... Oh. No, he's going to lose. He's going to lose. Yep, I knew it. He was going to lose. The other guy had the advantage. He had somebody with him, and he was staying on point with all of his weapons.